The question that we have is discuss the diversity of oceanic habitats and the need to protect and manage them. This was the question. Okay, start with introduction. Think of a diagram and then tell me what all points can your answer have. Are you all having a textbook of oceanography by Savindra Singh? Yes, because I will need you to refer to this quickly. Okay, then let us take up the discussion now. Can you open up your textbook, please? Open up textbook, okay, and I'll discuss this. So, introduction mein, what you do is a generic idea that oceans approximately 3/4 of the surface. Oceans have a range of salinity and temperature conditions. Okay, oceans, based on this, oceans are also affected by circulation of waters, and hence oceans offer a range of habitats. Okay, so they make up a large area of the Earth's surface. They have got salinity and temperature conditions, they greatly vary. You also have circulation of the waters, and linked to this is that there are a range of habitats. In the diagram, what you can do? Is this. Okay, so you could have a schematic maybe. There's ocean habitats, there are surface habitats, there are benthic habitats. Some names यहाँ लिखो surface में, neritic है. We also have the open surface photic zone, pelagic ones. Benthic में deep waters हैं, mesopelagic and so on. And you could also draw the diagram of the ocean. So neritic zone, this is the neritic habitat. This becomes the photic epipelagic habitat. Okay, and then you have the benthic habitat, and then you have those zones. Mention this. Okay, and here you could also show what are the properties of ocean waters across different habitats. So you could show some graph here. How does the temperature fall? How does the salinity fall? Oxygen levels also will fall and then increase. Okay, so you have got patterns of salinity, you have got patterns of temperature. Okay, this is the oxygen. How does it vary with the depths? So this could be a nice a set of diagrams for the ocean habitats and the properties of the habitats. So naam bhi bata diya aapne. You have mentioned zones also, and also the properties at one go. Okay. Now to look this up, okay, I'll come back on this. Then it says, so the first answer, the diversity of the ocean habitats. So you can have 2-3 lines that therefore ocean habitats are largely differentiated. They are differentiated in terms of depth of water, in terms of the distance from the coast on the basis of temperature and salinity patterns, and on the basis of relative mixing of waters. So on the basis of depth of water, we can have neritic habitat and we can have benthic habitats. In terms of distance from the coast, we can have shallow water habitats and we can have pelagic habitats. In terms of temperature and salinity patterns, so we can have brackish water habitats. We can have high salinity habitats. We can have tropical waters habitats. Okay, so what are the diversities of the habitats? Ocean habitats can be differentiated in terms of depth of water, in terms of distance from the coast, in terms of temperature and salinity patterns, and in terms of relative mixing of the waters. In terms of depth of the waters, they can be neritic, shallow water, or they can be benthic. In terms of distance from the coast, they can be again shallow water, neritic, or they can be pelagic, shallow water or pelagic. In terms of temperature and salinity patterns, they can be brackish water, they can be high salinity ones, they can be tropical warm habitats like the coral reefs and so on. And relative mixing of the waters, so isme we have estuarine habitats, estuary habitats. We can have pelagic open water habitats. So some names you have now mentioned. So you can mention some of the species wherever you know. Okay, so most of them are around forests. So shallow waters में जहाँ पे estuarine है, you can always talk about mangroves and say something there. Okay, benthic zones, ये floors हैं. If you know some names, fine. ठीक है? So, but by and large, the question is around what is the types. Then what is the importance? What is the significance of or the importance of ocean habitats? अब बन जाएगा आंसर आपका. I gave you 4-5 points. So they've got high productivity zones. They are part of the carbon sequestration, carbon sinks. They purify the waters. Okay, mangrove zones are very important for water purification. Okay, areas of high biodiversity, economic sustenance. So one paragraph on what is the importance of, बताया आपको पहले. And in conclusion, you can move towards that India and the world. Okay, talk about there are some done under Ramsar convention, some under CRZ, and what are some of the points in this. Now, what I'll suggest is this now. I'm suggesting this now. So, look at page number 340. This is page number 340. So, there is something here. Look this part up. Something here. Then, what is the classification of the habitats? Coastal habitats, ocean habitats. Okay, you can take up any one of the schematic next page mein. Okay, so this is what I wanted you to mention. Okay, lagoons, estuaries, wetlands, pelagic, benthic. Look this up. There's a diagram here. Page number 344. Okay, and here this is the diagram for the properties. You can watch here how the ocean oxygen content starts falling and then it starts to increase. So this zone is an area of ocean deserts. ये zone जो है, this area will not have too much of life form diversity, and this kind of coincides with the thermocline or the pycnocline. यहाँ पर the oxygen content is very less. So जो habitats होते हैं They are either in the surface or in the deeper parts. So the the bathypelagic zone, these will have a bit more of diversity. And then this one, this is an important section, benthic habitats and environment. So how are they important? How are they important? Something here. So some patterns, you can look this up. If you have this much, you more or less can manage. So just for a quick reference of what diagrams can you add and what graph you can add. I would expect that this is a graph that you should add.